and staring at it. Does the door look any different from the last time?
A little bit.
What's different this time? What does it look like?
It doesn't look so old.
Ah, very good. And how do you open it? Don't open it, just...
I have to knock.
Ah, so you know you have to knock. So when you knock, there's going to be a beautiful bright light that's going to shoot around the edges. And go ahead and knock on the door.
I see it.
Wow, very nice. So the door, is it opening?
Yes.
Oh, very good. And is there someone there?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. And who is that? Let them come out of the light. Can you see their outline?
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, I think you can see them pretty good now. Take a deep breath through your nose. Blow it out slow. And do you know who it is?
Yes.
Who is it?
It's my brother.
Awesome. Did you give him a high five?
Yeah.
Yes. I bet he's like, could you imagine that you're going to come visit him?
No.
Oh, give him a big hug, dude. Go ahead. Awesome. How does he look?
Happy.
Excellent. Talk to him. So talk to him. I want you to ask him, what is it like where he's at? Let's make it light before we get to the heavy stuff.
He says it's awesome.
Oh, man. And ask him, is he following you around here?
He says every day.
Awesome. Tell him, is he talking to you in your ear?
Yes.
Yes. And ask him, why? I mean, you felt like you're abandoned. He probably knows that already, but, just ask him, because you forgot. Remember, you forgot your whole game plan. What was up?
He said he had to get everything ready.
And he's getting everything ready for
me.
So is he talking about after this whole planet ascends?
Yes.
So when you get there, he's going to be like, all right, bro, you didn't think you knew, but now you know, you made it. It actually was really going on. Hank might have been a little correct. Was Hank right?
Yes.
So ask him, could he share with you, because you're taping this and he knows it and everything, what he's preparing for when we arrive.
Life.
Life after?
Yes.
Life after what's going on here on the earth.
Yes.
And what in particular is he preparing? And is he just preparing for you, or is he preparing for the masses or the collective?
The collective.
And so what was the purpose of between you and him, have you guys ever had any incarnations together before elsewhere besides on the earth?
Yes.
And where was that at? Ask him where, like the very last time.
It was on the planet with the big trees.
Oh, so he was there as well?
Yes.
And who was he in that particular? Was he your mom?
No.
Okay, who was he?
He was my guide.
Ah, very good.
I couldn't see him, but I could hear him.
You could hear him when?
When he would talk.
So while we were just there, you were hearing him?
It was what I couldn't hear.
Ah, so okay. So, and now that you're here, it was him.
Yes.
Ah, your brother. And was he the one who was giving the messages that was coming through your mom?
Yes.
Ah, very good. And so How do you feel now that you're standing in front of him and he's like, I mean, like that picture in the first picture of the book that goes boom, like, oh my God, you still exist. And is he your guide now?
Yes.
And ask him, can he please, beside, he's your brother and all, but give you some information. I know he has a message for you. Ask him, could he give you the message? That's what I'm trying to say. A message that would help you in the best way to deal with him absolutely being no longer in your physical incarnation here. What is he saying?
He said he had better things to do.
Ah! Oh my gosh. And so, how does that make you feel when you hear him say it?
It makes me feel good.
Ah, good. Because who is he working for ultimately? Who is he doing all this preparation for? Is it for Source?
He says the one.
The one. And the one, the prime creator?
Yes.
And ask him, could he elaborate on his self as a divine spark and yourself as a divine spark of the prime creator, if he would. Tell him to spill it. What does he know? What can he remind you to help you? Because that's why you're here in the first place. And could you state it out loud and clear, sir?
To preserve our universe.
Our physical universe, or?
To not make it fail.
Ah, very good. And is it correct that the meteorites hit the original plan and threw it off kilter?
Yes.
And it brought bacteria to the planet?
Yes.
And then later on, because this is a free will zone where we the only word I can use is be invaded.
Yes.
By an extraterrestrial race here in the free will zone. Is that correct?
They've always been here.
Okay. And so right now that we've just passed this huge 2012 and the energetic vibration of the planet is increasing and there's that photon belt that we're traveling through, is that going to make a difference in everything that's going on?
Yes.
And is that correct that we are traveling through a photon belt now?
Yes.
And could you say how wide that photon belt is? I mean, in terms of our linear time frame, how long it'll take us to get through it?
No.
Oh, that's okay. Can't have everything. But, so what about, is it true that are the extraterrestrials the ones that came in, into this free will zone and dominated the planet? Are they, is there rain over?
No.
And how long do they foresee it still carrying on in our linear time frame?
100 years.
So 100 years. I was told that before it would take 100 years for this whole place to ascend. Is the planet's vibration raising now?
Yes.
And is it changing the population's DNA?
Yes.
Is it rebundling the DNA?
Yes.
And so, how in our you say 100 years it'll take for I guess for a planetary ascension, but a lot will ascend before then, maybe.
Yes.
And when that happens, we've been told it will be a separation, vibrational separation. Is that correct?
Yes.
And is Tony going to ascend with the first, well, I'm saying not the first, but amongst the first in this vibrational shift?
No.
So how is Will Hank?
Yes.
And that vibrational shift, when it's highest on the planet, and when will that it be most recognized with the ones who are ascending on, I say, faster than everyone else, or before, or in among the first, I would say.
Some are ready now. They just don't know.
And what about Hank? Is he ascended yet, or he's in that process?
He's in the process.
Very good. And would you say that there is a group of individuals that are in the process, that are here on the planet to raise the vibration of this planet?
Yes.
And is Tony one of those individuals?
Yes.
And how many times has Tony been on the planet?
Twice.
Is this his second incarnation now?
Yes.
And the last time he was on this planet in a physical linear incarnation, what time frame was that? The first time?
1835.
And in 1835, was he a male or a female?
Male.
And how old did he live to be in that time frame, that particular life?
42.
Did he have a wife and kids? Just curious.
Yes.
And are any of those wife and children with him in this particular life now?
No.
He's so that what was the main purpose of that particular life in the 1800s?
To protect.
Ah, very good. And he was. How did he find out about the Earth? Because he's only been here twice. What brought him in?
They needed assistance.
Did he hear a call?
Yes.
When did the call go out? The first call? Or is that call going out constantly now?
Constantly.
And how long has the call been going out?
Years.
I mean, 1800, that's like 200 years ago.
Yes.
And
Hundreds.
And the call, is the call sort of like, you say you're here to protect, or what was the call? Let's just put it that way.
Protect Earth.
And you had what it takes in order to do that. So you said, okay, I'm headed this way, correct?
Yes.
And your brother, was he there with you then?
Yes.
And he came from the same place that you did before you even came to the planet?
Yes.
And where was that? Where would that be? Oh, in the life with the forest.
Yes.
And, interesting. Okay. So, what else would your brother like? So, he's here now as your guide.
Yes.
And what is your purpose for this planet to here now?
To help people understand.
Understood. To help people understand what that we're more, I don't want to say the words. I mean, I hear them, but I would prefer you to say them.
Who we are.
Who we are as what divine sparks of Prime Creator.
Yes.
And we're here experiencing the all of everything not for Prime Creator, but he's doing it through us, which is only him, right?
Yes.
Okay. And how are you going to be able to do that in the best way? To help, I mean, you're doing it right now by doing this video, because a lot of people are going to hear this video. And let me tell you, it's pretty extraordinary from my point of view. Got me tripped up here a little. But how are you going to help to, will you say you're going to remind people?
Yes.
And what's the best way for you to do that?
Assure them we do not mean harm.
When you say we do not mean harm, do you mean
My race.
Your race?
As
As a race, because now that you're here in this race, you're trying to let the whole human race know that there's a better, gentler, kinder, more loving way to express themselves.
Yes.
And that's what he's telling you.
Yes.
And he's helping you in what way? Through your dreams, is he whispering in your ear? How is he guiding you?
Intuition.
Are you on the right path right now, would you say?
Yes.
Do you foresee you in the future? Does your brother foresee you meeting a mate and having children and having that type of family life? Or are you really supposed to be focused on, are you on a mission? Or are you on a mission here for something else?
I am on a mission.
And so is your focus should be on the wife and kids, or fulfilling the mission? Or is that part?
Fulfilling the mission.
And what is the mission? The hardcore mission. Go ahead and say it. It's okay. You're going to tape it so you can hear it. You volunteer for the mission, or you were assigned?
I was assigned.
And you were assigned by whom?
My brother.
And your mission is? Is your brother your twin flame?
Yes.
So he came in with you. Was he older or younger?
Older.
He came in first, got you here, got you settled, and left, right?
Yes.
So, but he's still connected this way through intuition and guiding you in the right direction. Did he guide you in my direction?
Yeah.
How did he do that? I mean, you answered so clearly. Did he say yes, or I'm sorry, I'll let you answer.
He said I followed my dreams.
Oh, very good. So was it meant for us to come together in this scenario like we are now?
Yes.
Do you feel better now that you know that your brother is, working for God?
Yes.
And very good. And so how does your mission compare to you with children and a wife and all that business? Is that going to be a part of it?
No.
I mean, and how do you feel about that? I mean, you're in an enlightened state right now, so I mean, you can see things from a bigger perspective. And I mean, hey, you have your brother standing in front of you. How does that feel, though, right there?
Feels good.
Is there anybody else there now?
No.
He's just talking away, huh?
Yes.
Good. He's giving you some good info. Let's ask him some more stuff then. Does he mind?
No.
Ask him, why did he take his own life?
He said it was the only way.
The only way to
get back.
And was there any repercussions from it, or that was in his game plan from the beginning?
He said the only thing was he had to leave me.
That was his only regret?
Yes.
Okay. But he stayed anyway. Did he know that you would eventually connect through me and now connect back as this way as you're doing it now?
He always knew.
Oh, very good. So he knew you're okay then.
Yes.
You're going to be okay. Are you more okay about it than before you started?
Yes.
Awesome. So what about your anger issues? Ask him, what are you so mad about? Did we hit it on the nail already earlier?
He says, because I'm stuck here.
Understood. But how many more incarnations will you... I mean, you came here to help, and this is your second time. How long is your contract? Did you do Hank did a...
He says, as long as it takes.
So, is he gonna... So, is the planet ascending right now, then? Is Gaia...
Almost. Some of us are ready, but a lot of people aren't.
So the ones of us who've come in here for the first, second, and third time, did we come here to raise the vibration of the planet?
Yes.
And that's what our mission was?
Yes.
And also getting here and remembering that we were on mission.
Yes.
So is Hank one of the people who's supposed to be reminding all these light workers that all these volunteers and people have come to the planet to wake them up?
Yes.
So that's why, of course, though. So, okay, very good. This has to do with, as the light continues to rise on the planet, will justice be seen, such as like your parents, their work in their lawsuit? How do they foresee that? How does he foresee that coming to a closure? Are they going to win?
No.
How will it? Will it work out in anyone's best interest at all? Will it be best for them not to win, or? They'll tell you. Your brother.
He said. That doesn't matter.
We absolutely knew it didn't matter, but I just wanted to make sure that every question that you had originally, I already knew you once this other information you were going to get, you'd understand how important that other stuff is. How does that make you feel, though, to know that?
I kind of knew.
Okay, very good. And how long are you going to continue to struggle?
He says not long at all.
He says, does he think that this session that he's doing is going to help him tremendously? Or,
yes.
Because he'll have this on video, he can look back at it. Do you think it's okay for him to share it with the world?
Yes.
Would that be fulfilling part of his mission? To be happy, what does he need to do? He knows, if your brother knows you so well, and he knows you know what I mean, these lifetimes that you guys have come together, what does he foresee that's going to help you to be more happy? Will doing your mission make you happy?
Completing the mission.
Ah, very good. So, are you supposed to be just being here and not doing anything, and just your energetic vibration raises the vibration, you know what I mean, and just go ahead and live a normal life? Or are you supposed to be more involved with this information? Like today you asked Hank if you could learn quantum healing hypnosis. Do you foresee yourself working in that capacity, opening people up?
Yes.
Is it in your game plan to do the quantum healing hypnotherapy?
Yes.
What else do you foresee in terms of how you could help accomplish your mission?
Getting the non-believers to believe.
Should you do it aggressively or gently?
There's really only one way.
What, through love?
Yes.
Very good. Very, very good. And we saying it from love, so many people will understand that. But if he could elaborate, just for you, in terms of what you can do, that will help your mission, and also fulfill, yourself from struggling. How long does he see you struggling? How much longer? Or what can he see that turns it around? Anything that could possibly help you, or anything that he could tell you without messing up the contract, or without messing up the process of your life of living it and just experiencing it. What can he give you? Since you're here in this scenario now. I know one. Ask him, how does he know, where do you know Jody from? Do you know her from before? Those are easier.
He said yes.
And what about Megan?
No.
Was Jody, did you know Jody on the planet with the trees?
Yes.
And who was she then?
My friend.
Very good. And can you, how old was she? How old was she compared, if you're 800 or 900?
She was 1,000.
So she was just a little older. And were you you said you guys don't produce with two people, you produce individually, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, did she have a name? You were Taos.
She was.
Your brother, he'll remind you. What does he say? I'm just glad to know, and that you knew Jody in a former life. How many times has she been on the planet? Did she come when you came?
Yes.
So what is this? 2 or 3 times? How many times can you tell?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, every last question that you have been answered. Ask your brother about the Mayans, though. I know he knows about them. Ask him what happened to the Mayans.
He said they left.
He said, ask him, did they ascend off the planet?
Yes.
The collective of them did?
Yes.
And so when they did they die off, or did they just vibrationally shift into another dimension?
They shifted into another dimension.
Ah, very good. And is that what will happen here in the ascension process on the planet Earth?
Yes.
So say, for instance, if you said Hank will be one of those first ones, so he will just shift into another dimension, and then say, for instance, you will follow later. Will it be the same dimension?
Yes.
I understand. Understood. I know we all individually live in our own universes, but we come together collectively in these dimensions to associate with each other. Would that be accurate?
Yes.
Oh, very good. And so, Jody came with you. You're here. You're on the mission. Your brother came with you, but he had to go do work on the other side, and he left back. And your mission is, I think, more important than wife and children. Do you think if you had a wife and children, it would give you or cause you karma?
Yes.
And would that get you stuck here on the planet?
Yes.
And you don't have any desire to get stuck on the planet?
No.
So you understand now more clearly why, you don't have a wife and children.
Yes.
So you were looking for it because that's what the civilization or the society does there. It's just, the norm. So,
yes.
But now that you see it from this perspective, it puts it in a better perspective for you, I would say, yes?
Yes.
Very good. Very, very good. So this has been a very enlightening experience thus far. Do they foresee how many more? You said as long as it takes. I was going to ask how many more times you're going to come to the planet. So is there anything else that your brother would like to share with you? And staring at it. Does the door look any different from the last time?
A little bit.
What's different this time? What does it look like?
It doesn't look so old.
Ah, very good. And how do you open it? Don't open it, just...
I have to knock.
Ah, so you have to knock. So when you knock, there's going to be a beautiful bright light that's going to shoot around the edges. And go ahead and knock on the door.
I see it.
Wow, very nice. So the door, is it opening?
Yes.
Oh, very good. And is there someone there?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. And who is that? Let him come out of this, and he knows it and everything, what he's preparing for when we arrive.
Life.
Life after?
Yes.
Life after what's going here on the earth.
Yes.
And what in particular is he preparing? And is he just preparing for you, or is he preparing for the masses or the collective?
The collective.
And so, what was the purpose of when, say, all right, well, between you and him, have you guys ever had any incarnations together before elsewhere besides on the earth?
Yes.
And where was that at? Ask him where, like the very last time. The light. Can you see their outline?
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, I think you can see them pretty good now. Take a deep breath through your nose. Blow it out slow. And do you know who it is?
Yes.
Who is it?
It's my brother.
Awesome. Did you give him a high five?
Yeah.
Yes. I bet he's like, could you imagine that you're going to come visit him?
No.
Oh, give him a big hug, dude. Go ahead. Awesome. How does he look?
Happy.
Excellent. Talk to him. Say hi. Talk to him. I want you to ask him, what is it like where he's at? Let's make it light before we get to the heavy stuff.
He says it's awesome.
Oh, man. And ask him, is he following you around here?
He says it was on the planet with the big trees.
Oh, so he was there as well?
Yes.
And who was he in that particular? Was he your mom?
No.
Okay, who was he?
He was My guide.
Ah, very good.
I couldn't see him, but I could hear him.
You could hear him when?
When he would talk.
So while we were just there, you were hearing him?
It was what I couldn't hear.
Ah, so okay. So, and now that you're here, it was him.
Yes.
Ah, your brother. And was he the one who was giving the messages that was coming through your mom?
Yes.
Ah, very good. And so, how do you feel now that you're standing in front of him?
Day.
Awesome. Tell him, is he talking to you in your ear?
Yes.
Yes. And ask him, why? I mean, you felt like you're abandoned. He probably knows that already, but, just ask him, because you forgot. Remember, you forgot your whole game plan. What was up?
He said he had to get everything ready.
And he's getting everything ready for
me.
So is he talking about after this whole planet ascends?
Yes.
So when you get there, he's going to be like, all right, bro, you didn't think you knew, but now you know, you made it. It actually was really going on. Hank might have been a little crap. Was Hank right?
Yes.
So ask him, could he share with you, because you're taping.